I don't know if it's just me, but ever since it's been announced that Tom Felton would reprise his role as Draco Malfoy in a Broadway production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, I feel like I've seen an influx of videos talking about him and his inability to let go of this one role.
Much a pinch me moment. Seeing myself with blonde hair again, I just cried. I don't know why, it was so emotional.
Before doing a little research, I honestly did not think it would be too bad that he just would occasionally reference his role or help with Harry Potter merch and theme park promotions, but yeah, that's definitely not the case.
And he weren't right for me, claims that I'm a cheat, found me in the library, half naked with Hermione. Tried to tell her we were working on a spell together, my one works better whenever she takes a dress.
There's a lot to unpack when it comes to Tom Felton and his role as Draco Malfoy, so let's take a look at it from a psychological point of view. Tom Felton was cast as Draco Malfoy when he was only 12 years old, and his role came to an end when he was around 23 or 24. That's over a decade of immersing himself into a world of Harry Potter and the character of Draco, so it's understandable for there to be a certain bond between him and the character. The question is, why can't he let go, and how come everyone else was able to move on except for him? I think public perception plays a huge role in this. The world saw him as Draco, so even in his personal life, people might have associated him with that persona and reinforced that connection. It's like when people become famous for a certain trait and the public just can't separate the actor from the character. When the franchise ended, many of the actors took steps to make a name for themselves outside of the world of Harry Potter, or simply just left it behind and never looked back. The problem is, Tom Felton didn't do either of those things.
I am Draco Malfoy in a muggle disguise, but shh, don't tell anyone that.
Take Daniel Radcliffe, for example. Following the end of the Harry Potter franchise, he actively sought to redefine himself and pursue a diverse range of roles, despite being the face of the series. He intentionally chose roles that were dramatically different from the wholesome, heroic character that had defined his public image until then. Some really good examples that I could think of are his roles in The Woman in Black and Swiss Army Man. Of course, when someone mentions Daniel Radcliffe, our minds are going to automatically go to Harry Potter, but he has made a name for himself as an actor aside from that, and that's pretty admirable. And we've seen similar cases with Emma Watson and Rupert Grint.
Artificial amateurs aren't at all amazing. Analytically, I assault, animate things. Broken barriers bound in by the bomb beat. Buildings are broken, basically I'm bombarding. Casually create catastrophes, casualties, canceling cats got their canopies collapsing.
To be fair, Tom Felton has taken other roles in movies and television aside from Harry Potter. Ones that I can think of are his role in The Flash. That's probably not his most popular, but that's the only one I can think of. But I think in the end, it feels like he's always coming back to Harry Potter no matter what. Psychologically, the act of revisiting a character, especially one as iconic as Draco, can be seen as an attempt to reinforce and stabilize one's sense of self. For an actor like Tom Felton, who spent a decade embodying Draco Malfoy, it's natural that the role would become deeply intertwined with his personal identity. Actors often experience something called role engulfment, where their character becomes so central to their identity that it's difficult to differentiate between the actor and the role. Felton's continuous return to Draco could be a way of anchoring himself in a role that gave him fame, recognition, and a sense of belonging. Even though he has worked on other projects, revisiting Draco may feel like a way to keep that part of himself alive. It's like a psychological comfort, a reminder of a time where his identity was clear and defined, a period where he was central to one of the world's biggest franchises. This is a great transition into the nostalgic aspect of it. For many people, nostalgia can be a powerful psychological force. It's not just about reliving memories, it's about finding comfort in the past, a safe emotional space where things feel simpler or more stable. Reconnecting with Draco allows him to tap into these memories or feel connected not only to the character but to the time in his life where he was the center of something so massive and so meaningful. For many actors, especially those who have been associated with a worldwide phenomenon like Harry Potter, there is an unspoken pressure to remain relevant. Felton, in particular, might experience a psychological fear of fading into obscurity. While Radcliffe, Watson, and Grant successfully branched out in their diverse careers, Felton may worry that without Draco, he might lose the public's interest. The Harry Potter franchise was and still is a huge part of global pop culture. Reconnecting with that world, even if it means returning to the familiar role of Draco over and over again, can serve as a way to remind audiences of his presence. This fear of losing relevance is a common experience for actors who find their greatest fame early in their careers. The attachment to Draco may not just be about nostalgia but self-preservation, ensuring that he stays in the public eye and maintains his place in the cultural conversation. I think this whole obsession with Draco may also be an ego thing. When DracoTok blew up in 2020, it presented Felton with an opportunity to see his character through the eyes of a new, younger generation of fans. If you don't know what DracoTok is, then here are some definitions from the Urban Dictionary that I think pretty much encapsulate what it is. DracoTok. Basically where minors and even adults make edits and sexualize Draco Malfoy / Tom Felton. DracoTok is a TikTok site about Draco Malfoy. People on DracoTok make videos like Draco POVs, Draco edits, videos about Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy facts, Draco Malfoy audios, behind the scene videos of Tom Felton from the Harry Potter movies. Yeah. Where people come together to simp over Draco Malfoy.
What's up, babe? Want a smush?
Dude, he's hey!
Shut the fuck up.
I think all this hype around Draco Malfoy may have made him put the character on a pedestal, and therefore he continuously clings to it, thinking that if people love Draco and he continuously reminds people that he is Draco, they'll love him. This kind of external validation can create a reinforcing loop. The more people love Draco, the more Felton feels validated in his attachment to the character. At the core of this concept is the idea of ego reinforcement. Ego, in psychological terms, is the part of the mind that mediates between our inner desires and the external world. It's also closely tied to our sense of self-worth and how we perceive ourselves in relation to others. For an actor like Tom Felton, who became famous for playing a character like Draco Malfoy, the public's continued affection for that role can become a powerful ego boost. Ultimately, Tom Felton's continuous reconnection to Draco Malfoy can be linked to many things, including nostalgia, identity reinforcement, fear of relevance, or ego preservation. Honestly, I wish the best to him. This video is in no way meant to hate on him or how he's decided to lead his life after his role in Harry Potter. Rather, it's more to understand it. Maybe him being part of the Broadway production will be some type of closure for him, but I guess time will tell. That's all I have for today's video, so let me know if you guys agree or disagree with my takes in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.